Hello, I'm Dave Juvet. I'm a Senior Vice President here at the Business and Industry Association, and this is BIA's weekly legislative video update. Well, this week I'd like to focus on several bills that are in the category of what I would call government telling employers that they're better at running their businesses than the employers are. And we see this type of legislation far too often at the State House. In the past, examples could include bills that would require employers to pay for accrued but unused vacation time, bills that would require employers to start paid sick leave programs, bills that would mandate that employers provide paid family leave time. The list goes on and on. This session, it's a little different. The bills I'm thinking of don't tell employers what they have to do. Instead, they tell employers what they can't do. An example of this, House Bill 544, which is relative to the propagation of divisive concepts. What does that mean? Well, that's part of the problem with the bill. The definition of divisive concepts is so vague and open to interpretation, it would be hard for businesses to really know what the legislation is prohibiting. But our real focus is the fact that government is prohibiting businesses at all. Any employer that has a state contract would be prohibited from discussing divisive concepts, however that's defined, with their employees. We think this is not only unnecessary, but it's inappropriate. Government should not be stepping in and telling employers what types of training they can and cannot have for their own employees. Another example of this are bills relating to vaccination. There's several bills. One is House Bill 220, and the other is Senate Bill 155, at least non-germane amendments to Senate Bill 155 that would simply state that employers are prohibited from requiring employees to get vaccinations of any type as a condition of employment. Now, this is not only unsafe, but it's unwise, again, to be telling employers who are held to a very strict health and safety standard in their workplaces what they can and cannot require from their employees. This is a bad practice on the part of the legislature. BIA is working hard to kill these bills, and we hope that the House and Senate will follow suit. And now let me turn it over to my colleague, David Creer.
Hi, I'm David Creer, Director of Public Policy at BIA. The Senate Finance Committee continued having a work session on the budget, including a presentation from the Governor's Budget Director on the creation of a new Department of Energy for the state. After the presentation, the Finance Committee gave preliminary approval to an amendment that included a committee to study the Site Evaluation Committee and whether it is functioning as it was originally intended. This committee will also make recommendations that would improve the SEC and energy infrastructure siting in the state. Though we have no position on the creation of a Department of Energy as a whole, BIA has been working with the Governor's office to include the study committee as part of the new department's creation. We will continue working with legislators to have this provision included when the Senate votes on their version of the budget. This has been BIA's Legislative Video Update, and be sure to read our weekly Legislative Review newsletter every Monday for more information about what's going on at the State House.